Hello folks, it's the Anonymous Patriot back with another World of Tanks video. Remember, if you like the videos posted previously in my World of Tanks playlist, give them a thumbs up and a share. You guys' support really helps the channel out and brings me closer to saving up for that new PC so I can make better videos. In this video, I am featuring my Churchill 3 Tier 5 Premium Russian Heavy Tank. I featured the Churchill on a prior much longer video, but I have had some very good games in this tank. In this piece of video, the Churchill 3 is shown in the 4-year birthday garage, which everyone had to endure during this event. I made a comment quite a few times that someone needed to shoot down that red plane. Damn it, NSA spying planes anyhow. I went over the stats on this tank in my prior video, but just to recap, the Churchill 3 has 700 hit points of health. The frontal armor is 176 millimeters, the side armor is 76 millimeters, and the rear armor is 55 millimeters. The turret is fairly soft with 88 millimeters of frontal and side armor. It is armed with the British 6-pounder gun, or the 57 millimeter. As for equipment, I have improved ventilation class 3 installed, which improves crew skills, a medium caliber tank gun rammer, which decreases reload times, and the wet ammo rack. A quick word about the wet ammo rack though. I use that instead of a heavy spall liner because the worst thing that can happen to a tank is for its ammo rack to take a hit. It increases loading time quite a great deal if it doesn't detonate immediately and destroy your tank, and personally I don't like wasting a repair kit to repair an ammo rack only to have it hit again, wasting the repair kit. As for consumables, I have my standard loadout of a small repair kit, a small med kit, and an automatic fire extinguisher. Now I know that a lot of players might not have the credits to be able to afford an automatic fire extinguisher, even buying them in advance, but I do advise that you use them. Manual fire extinguishers are effective, but in the middle of a pitched battle, sometimes even if you push the button for a manual, it does not work and your crew gets cooked like a turkey. The crew of my Churchill 3 are from my KV-1S, and as I said before, I am training them for use in my ISA. They have 9 high calibers to their credit, a couple of which have come from being in the Churchill 3. Crew perks and skills for the commander, for instance, is 6th Sense, and I am working on the Brothers in Arms perk, which increases the base skills across the entire crew. This will decrease load time, increase view range, and even the driver will handle the tank better. But let's get into some Churchill action. Okay, this Tier 5 battle takes place on the highway map. I haven't done a video featuring the highway map before, so let's go over some strategy. The bases are situated in the northeast and southwest corners of this map. In the southeast corner is the city part of the map, while in the northwest corner of the map there are a couple of farms whose buildings and silos provide hard cover from artillery. Both of the bases are situated on farms. The southwest base has roads leading into the city and to the north. The northeast base is directly on the rail line that leads into the city. A river intersects the map at the middle, and the main highway, which crosses the entire map, has 2 bridges. In any tier battle I have been in on this map, it seems that everyone is following the same set strategy on this map. Heavy tanks always rush for the city, which I affectionately call Noobopolis. While its buildings do provide some cover from artillery, this cover is more limited than people believe. I know from personal experience in my own artillery I can drop rounds on ignorant heavy tankers who think that hiding in the city will save them. It doesn't. Heavy tanks usually run straight for Noobopolis from either base along these routes marked in red, however, so they can slug it out in the city. Medium and light tanks usually follow the routes marked in blue, though a lot of times you will see medium tanks in Noobopolis too. Tank destroyers tend to stay out of Noobopolis as they can easily be flanked there, so they tend to hang around the base in these areas marked in green. Taking a look at the team matchups for this battle, you can see this is a Tier 5 battle, and we have a distinct advantage in heavy tanks. Everything else is fairly balanced, however, as you might have guessed, there are lots of Tier 3 and Tier 4 tanks in this battle. That is the one drawback to these sorts of battles. Tier 3 and Tier 4 are still stuck in the run and gun frantic tanking that they have been used to in Tiers 1 and 2. So many times I don't rely on the lower tier tanks to be much of an impact on these sorts of battles. The point of this video is to show that one does not need to go into Noobopolis to be effective on this map. So let's get to tanking. Yeah, I started on the southwest base, and as we can see, everybody's spreading out and heading to wherever they decide they want to go to. A lot of people are headed for Noobopolis, and I considered going north at this point. I was looking around to see who all was going to Noobopolis. All the heavy tanks seem to be going that way. We got 2 tank destroyers and a light tank covering the north route. And I didn't go down by the river. I decided to cross the bridge because I figured I was just going to go up the road. Now, this whole area from Noobopolis up to the base is one wide open firing zone, and somebody's been spotted. Yep, an M5 Stewart. Big surprise, he's up in Noobopolis.
What the fuck is that?
And somebody got tracked. Heard that.
Holy Jesus.
But everybody's crossing this wide open space. This is a killing ground basically, and up ahead we can see people are starting to pop up a Su-85 and a Panzer IV. Oh, look, there's a KV-1. And then I thought to myself, you know, what the hell am I doing? I don't want to go into Noobopolis. So I take me a left-hand turn and I go off down through the trees here. I figure I'll go engage this KV-1. And as you can see from the map, he's sitting on the edge of town. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He's just sitting there. So that's fine. And our heavy tanks are engaging him in town. Oh, I hit a tree. Oh, jeez, I wish I wouldn't do that. That's like a major, hello, I'm right here kind of arty thing. Oh, look. There's the KV-1. Hello, Mr. KV-1. Oh, I hit the building.
What is your major malfunction, numbnut?
That one didn't go through. Neither did that one. Oh, that one did. Hello, surprise. I'm right here.
You're so ugly you could be a modern art masterpiece.
And this KV-1, as you can see, I'm using APCR ammo. He doesn't like it. Oh, I set him on fire. Bye-bye, Mr. KV-1.
Farmer, motherfucker.
Hey, wait a second. It's a BT-7.
Run away!
Where are you going?
I'm a lead
And
farmer,
you're dead. That's
motherfucker.
2 kills. And I was going to turn back into the city, but I said, nah, I'll just head right for the base. I'm way ahead of everybody else. And they're looking around, they're like, hey, wait a minute. How'd the Churchill get way up there already? It's called a flanking maneuver. And the KV-1 in town, he was having a derp
Who's the
fest.
slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here?
Oh,
Who just signed
it's
his
the
own death
artillery.
warrant?
That's a Tier 5 artillery. Ah, I'm going to get him. Oh, maybe not. I figure I'll hug this hill right here. That way the artillery won't hit me. And I went right up the tracks, and I'm almost to the base, and the closest person behind me is a tank destroyer, and he's catching up quick, but I don't think I have too much to worry about from him. Oh, there's another artillery. Oh, I've been spotted. There he is. There's one for you. There's another. That one didn't go through. Ow,
I'm a
that's a
lead
kill.
farmer, motherfucker!
And I figured, well, I could get this other one, but I decided I better take out the tank destroyer first. Where'd he go? There he is. And I've got 3 kills, and that's about it right there. Well, I don't know who was more surprised to see me appear out of the trees like that, the KV-1 or the BT-7, or my own team when they realized I had completely flanked everyone and were so far ahead of them running for the enemy base.
Quality fucking time, sweetheart!
I got 46,014 credits and 1,578 experience off of this battle. I only got a Mastery Badge 2nd class off what turned out to be a brilliant tactical maneuver. I got the Shell-Proof ribbon for having the total amount of damage blocked by armor exceed the hit points of my tank. I got the Duelist ribbon for destroying the enemy tanks, which caused my tank damage. Then I got the Fire for Effect ribbon for inflicting more damage than the hit points of my vehicle. Then I got the Bruiser token for just beating the shit out of every tank's module and crew that I hit.
I will fuck you up!
Next, I got the Steel Wall medal for having the highest amount of damage blocked by armor of anyone in the battle. And finally, I got the High Caliber medal for inflicting the highest damage in the battle, which I am fairly certain was a complete surprise to the KV-1 on my team.
I'm a lead farmer, motherfucker!
Driven by that one tank over here who is having himself quite the derp fest in Noobopolis. Looking at the team scores, the first thing you should notice that literally a third of both teams did absolutely no damage whatsoever. These were mostly lower tier vehicles, which one would expect. The only one who even came close to my score was our KV-1, who, as I said, was having a derp fest on the lower tier tanks running about Noobopolis. A frisky little seal clubber, isn't he? Looking at the detailed report, we see that I fired 23 shots, only 20 of those landed, but only 17 were penetrations. I did 1,203 in damage. I got hit 12 times, but only 3 of those penetrated the Churchill's armor, which blocked 820 points in damage. After the modest repair cost, I ended up with 43,718 credits, and after the premium vehicle bonus, I ended up with 2,209 experience points. This battle took place on the North American West server at 3:23 a.m. Eastern Time on April 13th, 2015. Well, this has been the Anonymous Patriot with another installment in my World of Tanks playlist. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and a share, as it really helps out the channel. Have fun and good luck out there, tankers.